First name Big O, last name Peener.
The results were otherwise unremarkable.
Ew, what's going on there, Chiefo? You fucking big old kid nowadays. Hey, you getting, fucking, your mom says you're gonna get into wrestling. What's going on, Gango? Welcome back to the Speakeasy. This is, it's been a long week. This little sickness has not treated me well, and I have not taking it seriously at all. So if it starts to sound like I'm screaming through a washcloth there, that's probably why we're out of breath, baby. This is the COVID Cabana weekends with Dad, guys. It's happening. It's all happening here. This is we're really putting in a crammed old week. This one might have to come out on Friday. Real weekends with Dad, so that you don't have to, wait a day or two in the car for us again. There, we got. Listen, we're not at the time to make cocktails yet. This is just all my fault. So we got the Smirnoff ices. I'm just icing myself over here. I picked the Mango Beach because I like me some flavor in my ear. Shout out Craig Mack. Yeah, man. Hey, it's been a fucking week. We had the Super Bowl. Usher really just fucking crushed it and made my little ass wet. Just like when I was. Oh, never mind. Nah, I grew up loving Usher. Not in the way some kids loved Usher. I didn't have posters. I don't think I had posters for much of anything when I was a kid. There were some trading cards that I got into with wrestling, the Stacy Keeblers and shit with the wrestlings. That was where it was at. I don't know what you guys are doing now. This Royal Rumble, they had the female Royal Rumble recently. I'm not an avid wrestling viewer. Listen, there were no fights on one weekend. What do you want me to do? They had the female Royal Rumble, and I thought maybe it was going to be the same as when I was a kid. No mud wrestling. I will say that. No strip matches. You guys remember those? That would rake in some viewers. I don't know. You guys are still kind of in a weird way thriving on sex appeal, but a lot of mixed characters in there. I don't know what you're going for. Honestly, I feel like the marketing was just kind of the task was tossed at someone that did not know the assignment. We all end up victims of not understanding the assignment. But you're really dropping the ball. You're really leaving some fucking money on the table there with that women's wrestling. Why'd I even start talking about this? Hey, listen. I mean, we got the only thing that I'm glad didn't show up to that halftime show was the East Side Boys. Was that what they were called? Yin Yang Twins. Sorry, Yin Yang Twins. Yeah. Lil Jon looks great. I didn't expect that. I knew Luda was looking great. That adrenochrome was working out for you, huh? Hollywood money, baby. Hey, and we got heard out. I said on episode 3, I wish you still looked like the Sprite guy. The froze back, baby. I think Usher hurt himself. I really do. I think he maybe rolled an ankle in the middle of that shit. Listen, and you guys are getting real insecure, huh? The whole thing with him and Alicia Keys. I mean, hey, try being as big as Usher is, and not putting a hand on her at least. When you're up there, first and foremost. I mean, none of these people aged a fucking day since I was 12 years old. And if I put up a picture of me at 12 years old, it is like, it's like I have a fucking rapid aging disease or something. It's like a different version of Big, or not Big, Jack. Jack, that's sad fucking. That was maybe more sad than I Am Sam. Because it's the same thing. It's a grown man being a retarded person. He's like, I don't know. I can't do impressions today. So Robin Williams is off the fucking table for sure. Ooh, you know, uh, listen, and if Ursher did give Alicia Keys that nanu nanu back in the day, it's none of your goddamn business, okay? But look, she married a man that's not insecure about being in a relationship with a performer. What are you gonna do? Okay, she's one of these women, one of these performers that ends up doing these duo songs with men. And guess what? They're a little touchy feely. And Usher was very respectful about it. No, I thought he was. He didn't really, if he did touch her ass, it was probably more of a graze. He's a class act. Leave him the fuck alone. Leave these people alone. I usually do not tell people to leave rich people alone. You fuck off when it comes to Usher. You fuck all the way off. Guy looks great. Guy's in awesome shape. Shout out Usher. He don't need it, you know. He don't need any of my praise. Black don't crack, dog. Black does not crack. And that's as a kid, I idolized mostly black people because black people were dominating the game, And thank God Kid Rock wasn't my idol, huh? Because look at it. Look at how that guy panned out. A hypocrite. I'm not even going to say the bad part about Kid Rock is him being a probably racist homophobe. I think it's him being a hypocrite because you're in it for a good time, bitch. Don't lie. What are you doing? Why are you lying to people like that? You're in it for a good time. And guess what? The mentality is when you're in it for a good time, you don't give a fuck who has a pussy or a dick or what, or even if you can't guess. You don't care when you're in it for a good time. There's old pictures of him fucking drinking Bud Light with, I'm gonna go with an easy term, a drag queen, soft on the ears, you know, just to take the pussy midlife crisis route and shoot up a 32 pack that you already bought. You look like those idiots on Facebook that put their videos only up on Facebook, by the way. They didn't upload it to anything that actually mattered. It was just put it on Facebook. I'm gonna burn my jersey in the yard that I paid $74 for for somebody that didn't end up a star player. You look dumb. You just look dumb, Quit You're not sending a statement when you buy something and then ruin it. You look like you're trying to look rich. You look like you're trying to look like you got fuck you money, and I know you don't. Kid Rock does. Kid Rock's got fuck you money. He has I heard he had a gold elevator in his mansion or whatever. That's just a little much, I think. That's just overdoing it, probably. It's a lighter elevator if it's gold. I will say that. We know metals over here, kid. But, I don't know. Go balls to the wall. Make it a staircase, you fucking hippie. You know? What's wrong with a staircase? Staircases are more classy. Plus, I don't know that I trust an elevator all the time in Kid Rock's place. You seem like a little bit of a snowbird to me. Fuck you money. It'd be nice to have. Listen, I don't know what the fuck I'd buy if I had fuck you money. I'd probably do some dumb shit. I was always a fan of Zaboobafoo. You know, I don't give a fuck if I live in a van. Okay. I want my lemur, dude. I want my lemur bad. I always have. Favorite animal, the lemur. What a creature, huh? What a creepy. I wouldn't trust it. I want one, but I wouldn't trust it. I don't think it'd like tear my dick off and put it in my butt like a monkey would, but I would do something sexually. Maybe it would try to. Lemurs kind of look like they would be little weirdos. You know what I mean? Trying to sneak into the bathroom and shit. I'm thinking of shit. He's like, I know. Anyway, shout out lemurs. Drake. Drake's big old dick made the news. I don't buy it. I do want to say that. I don't buy it when you got a dick like that. You don't just whoopsie. All of a sudden it's out there. You know what I mean? This guy's got like Scientology money. He could sue whoever leaks a photo of his cock. And I guarantee you that wasn't the first one he sent. You know, what is with that thing? Like you got I feel like Jay Leno. You seen this? You heard of this? But he's I don't know if I'll be able to find it to put up like a picture, a blurred picture or anything. But he's laying down in his private jet and he's got his dick in his hand and he took the video. He's wagging his that fucking shillelagh around, that big old fucking sword, you know. And listen, I've heard people say that it was soft. No. No. And I refuse to hear anybody out saying an 8-inch dick is soft. Why? That was one of the most depressing things to me. I was really hoping he didn't have a unit on him. How good could your life possibly be, you son of a bitch? You had to buy a private jet because they wouldn't let him into economy with that weapon on him, you piece of shit. God damn it, how good is this man's life? Or you in a wheelchair during Degrassi because you had a fucking surgery to pull the rest of it out? Jesus, man. I don't buy it. I think when you got a hog like that and video and image, whatever comes out, you should just own it because you took it down a little late. I found it twice. Had to get a second look. You know, if a guy like me can find it twice, shit. Imagine somebody with some know-how coming after you, huh? Gonna run fucking. Oh, man, what a dick! You didn't get to see it? You didn't? No. Fuck, man, piece of shit. Listen, I wouldn't want. I honestly don't envy you. I don't. I talk shit about my dick. I'd like to fall in between our two, though. It would be my dream cock. Is mine being between mine and yours, closer to yours probably. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to party. You bastard. You know, when it's rich people, it's like, God, I hope that guy doesn't have a big dick on him. You know, when it's a woman, you're like, God, I hope they're built like Taylor Swift. Just so that there's they didn't have everything. You know, Taylor Swift ain't fine. I don't think she is. I don't know anybody who's like, Taylor Swift's the hottest bitch on the planet. And we have Miley around. So geez Louise, kid. I mean, you fell. I don't know where you fell on looks, but the crazy bitch is like popular opinion way hotter than Taylor Swift. But I think it's just because she's one of these the bitches that I talked about before. Women don't flash because they're like, you know, you need to see this. They flash because they're like, oh, the eyes aren't on me right now. And Miley's definitely one of them bitches that's just like, I'll fucking pull it out right now. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna tell me you don't have any McFlurries? She'll. That's pretty close to rock bottom when you're doing sexual favors for a McFlurry. Isn't that the ice cream, the McDonald's ice cream? They always say it's down. It's never down. It's never down. You people just lack upper body strength. You don't want to have to dump that thing into the top. And for some reason, none of you are complaining to the engineers of these machines that you should be able to load them from the bottom. Can we change that? At a bar, when you bring a keg around to reload, it's loaded from the bottom of the bar. I don't know who needs to be told this. Bunch of fucking idiots if you think the keg goes any. I never thought about where the keg went. I never thought about where the keg went. You know what I think is weird? You know what I find insulting is that we don't have a Grandparents' Day as a national holiday. Here at Unremarkable, we're vouching for Grandparents' Day to be part of our year. Everybody always says that these national holidays they fall in insignificant times, unremarkable windows, if you will. And you know what? We're trying to shoot for Grandparents' Day, right in between the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day. Your grandparents love them some Super Bowl and some Valentine's Day. You know what you do for the Super Bowl and for Valentine's Day? You eat. You eat good, which means you eat meats. Sometimes it's hard for your grandparents to chew all these things down. They can digest all these meats, but it's the chewing. It's all the problems with their soft bones. Listen, come here. Our very first sponsor, Babyface Dentures. If you give a shit about your grandparents, you need to hit these guys up. Babyface Dentures. They've been around for over 75 years. It's great service, guys. I remember when my grandma was reaching a later age, she wanted a replacement smile. She didn't want veneers. She didn't want the phony bones. They kind of looked like shit. She thought it was embarrassing. Babyface Dentures, I'm going to tell you what, is the only service that offers real, real teeth. Real promised, real bones. Okay? You can't have your grandparents walking around like George Washington, that fucking lunatic. Our very first president did not have a great smile. That's one of the most things everybody remembers about him. It's listen, your grandparents eat a bunch of meat and they love doing it. That's something that they do together, and you got to keep them together. I tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go to babyfacedentures.com. Okay. You're going to put in the promo code GANDER for first time customers. You're going to save 13% on this service. That's huge. Okay. It's so big. All right. You hope and listen, these guys are of promised value. Not only do they not want you back, they're guaranteeing the very first time that you use their service is going to be the only time that you use their service. You can go onto their website and you pick out, whatever smile it is that they think would look best on them. The pictures of all these donors, mostly children. Don't worry about that. It's not anybody's fault. They're all real bones. They're all donors. It's all made possible by donors. I tell you what, if you put in the promo code GANDER, also you're going to get a option that we made in partnership with Babyface Dentures here at Unremarkable called Meet the Flockers, where you can sign up for a service where you can meet the parents of the child that your grandparents' teeth hold so that they can see their child smile one last time. Guys, babyfacedentures.com, promo GANDER. Get it! I never considered that maybe the keg went underneath the bar. Is it just in the counter of the bar? I never thought about it like that before. The McFlurries are loaded from the top. That's a problem. You You got a bunch of bitches that look like Miley Cyrus working at McDonald's, can't lift that vat of ice cream or whatever it is. I don't want to guess because I've heard plenty. When I was a kid, they talked about Taco Bell used horse meat, and that was supposed to gross me out. That was supposed to like fuck me up. I'm like, horse is dope. Horse is so good. Maybe that's why I like Taco Bell so much. Is because none of these dipshits are using horse. Fuck me up with some horse. I want Taco Bell right now. I fucking love loser food, dude. I can't get over it. And I'll work on this. I know you see the handle every episode because I watch too. I gotta edit these fucking things. In one way or another. I mean, listen, hey, I fucking enjoy me some loser food. All right, I could be enjoying much worse. I promise you that. And you know, I I wouldn't rather look like this, but I'd rather my vice be loser food. Again, drinking obviously is a vice. For some people, it's crippling. For me, you know, I'm better than you. I'm just good at it. You know, I'm not. But, you know, hey, I have fun. All right. I don't you know, I never considered doing the on the whim marriage in Vegas. I'm hoping to God that's not what happened with Ursher. I got an uncle that got married in that little white chapel, you know? That shout out Little White Chapel. I know they need it, but they're really just being eclipsed by everything they put on the strip now. What do you need? What else do you need? You are the tourist capital of the world. I think still. Hadn't always, or it was always like that when I was a kid. I don't know about nowadays. I'd certainly rather be in Vegas than Dubai. I feel like there's just as many shifty characters, but the shifty characters in Vegas are poor, you know, and I could and I could be killed in a lot less exciting ways in Vegas than I could Dubai. They could fucking, you know, I don't know what you guys do out there. I'm only you know, I'm only thinking about, you know, Vegas on steroids. You guys have you know, I don't know what attractions you guys have. I know I'm not touching that fucking Ferris wheel in Vegas. Sorry. I know that's probably something you want to do. But I don't want to do that shit at all. It does not look like a comfortable thing for me. I'm a big pussy. I don't know if you guys know this about me. Pretty sure we talked about it before. I got a weird and quirky fear of falling to my death. Sue me. I'm a weirdo, you know. I'm not like Jared Leto fucking just free climbing. Oh my god. My hands got fucking sweaty right when I thought about fucking free climbing a building. Jesus Christ. For once, I can relate with Joe Rogan. You know, he just can't fucking watch it. And I can only watch it for so long, dude. God damn. You guys are fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, Vegas has what? They got that Ferris wheel a few years back, which I thought was fucking stupid. I don't understand why you would need a Ferris wheel. The world's largest Ferris wheel. It's the tourist capital of the world. You're here to gamble. I mean, I guess
You can see the sights.
we're at the bottom of a basin. I used to live there for a little while. You could pretty much see anything if you back up far enough, which, you know, if you just put it in reverse and get a mile or two away from the strip, honestly, I think that's adequate for a trip. That you're seeing everything. You didn't waste a dime yet, you know. Some people have a fucking, and that's another vice, gambling. Some people have fucking crippling gambling addictions. And I saw that shit, and I do not like the idea of carrying a big gulp full of quarters and nickels down to the Skyline, just a shit ass casino on Boulder Highway, just a nothing casino. You're surprised they have rooms when you find out that they do, because that is not where you were looking to shack up for the night. Shout out Skyline Casino. They don't deserve that. You're close enough to Vegas to where, honestly, not that big of a deal to Uber from there to the Strip, Fremont Street. I mean, you guys are disgusting. Honestly, I'm just grossing myself out the more I talk about it. I love you, Vegas. I do. I didn't have the best of times. I also wasn't an adult. Okay. I think I can trust myself in Vegas. It's not, I'm not gonna gamble. I'm not gonna fucking blow all the money, But I could set up at a bar and and wait it out a little bit, Book me, Vegas. Jimmy Kimmel's got a club there now. That's pretty cool. I think it's a cellar. No, there is a cellar in Vegas. That's tight. I didn't know that shit. It's been around for a long time. Shout out the cellar in Vegas. What I'm saying is the things that I want to do are definitely not the reason people from Dubai fly down. Okay. It is kind of cool going to a hotel and like, you're hearing German from over here. Some kind of Asian language from over there. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to assume. I lived with a Filipino family at one point in Vegas. Shout out to Tagalog. That's a fucking, I'm sorry. I really am. That's an ugly language. It does not sound pretty. There's just some languages that don't sound pretty, and I'm sure you know that they don't sound good. I hear that it is easy to learn Spanish, though, if you know Tagalog. That's kind of nice. Wonder what that's like. It's hard being a white man. All I know is American. Okay? It's all I know. It's what I grew up with. Hey, and by the way, the rest of the world, most countries know 2.4 languages, I think. Pretty badass that most of the world could be spies and we couldn't. Are you not terrified for a world war, America? Because you got a fucking country full of dipshits. Love you, America. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know how many languages on average an American knows? 0.8. Fuck. These motherfuckers can't read a book without getting lost. I've always been under the philosophy that I'm only stupid in one language, and I'd like to do that right. Okay, I know I don't seem so bright to you, but I think I've done English perfectly well. You write that sentence down. There ain't no corrections, bitch. All right. You write that sentence down. There are. But, hey, listen, we're doing our fucking best. Okay. We don't, it's free to not give a shit. It also doesn't cost you a dime to try. Look, I'm trying to be more accepting. I'm trying to not be, I'm trying to work on my anger, which luckily enough for me, it's only worked out to where it hurts me and not anybody else. I don't have anger issues in the way where I'm going to pull some old man out of his car in traffic. But, it's, sometimes a real fucking problem. And a lot of the times it's because I just can't stand people. Again, working on that, but have your kid watch a movie with an actual storyline. Have your kid read a fucking book. And maybe we wouldn't be in this weird predicament where we have so many dumb people running around. And then we put up more schools, and you wonder why there's so many schools up. Because you got dumb people fucking. They don't read the directions on a rice-a-roni box. You think they're wearing condoms? Mm. No, sir. And I'm not gonna give my opinion on condoms. I think they're a waste of space, but you know, that's because I pitch like the perfect loser. You know, uh, yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, read a fucking book or two. I'm not one to preach on that either. I honestly have read. I'm the opposite of Cat Williams. I'll say maybe 10 in my life, maybe 10 books. But I'm still a good proofreader. I'm still I think at least. I thought at one point about getting like a online side gig as a tutor of sorts, but I don't know. I don't know how well that would have worked out, you know, the retention anymore of information does not go very well. I'm an old man, dude. I don't know. I like to work on that. I like to work on my memory. I like to brush up on certain things, you know. History I've grown fond of, weirdly. Shout out Shane Gillis. I know he needs it. But yeah, I don't know. Like American history, that's cool. World Wars, kind of nice. That's good to know. I think at least, war wise, I think it's not hard to know a thing or two about a thing or two. As for Candyland, I don't want to know anything about the royal family. I don't want to know what happened when. I still know nothing about Diana. I know she happened. I know that was a thing. And shout out, don't mind us. I can honestly say not everybody knows anything about Princess Diana. The new king. The you guys you guys have a mascot that doesn't even matter, and you still couldn't pick one that looked like he was worth a shit. This the King Charles waited for waited for this broad to die his whole life. You know what that's like? Do you know what that's like? Because I feel like a lot of grandpas around nowadays married right after high school, and they're the only people that I think can say that they know exactly what that's like. You waited your whole life for this. I mean, she was a bulldog at the end to croak. You have the most patience. Someone killed Diana. I think that was the whole thing, right? Was they were wondering if Diana was killed or not, or if it was like a conspiracy or whatever. How did you how what kind of king is that where he didn't have the balls to kill Lizzie? You know, wouldn't have been hard. I mean, she could have taken a curb wrong. Oh, it was a car crash. Oof. Good looking gal, Princess Diana. R.I.P. I honestly can say I wish, maybe she conspired to kill the queen and then she ended up queen. I would rather it that way because this King Charles over here was just, I mean, it's been 6 months or something like that since this guy has been crowned king. And I mean, look at the fucking rings on his fingers. I think it's like an Excalibur situation where if you could pull one of them things off, you can be king. It's, I mean, good lord. Well, they were having some. He was about to be inducted or whatever. I don't, dude. What a silly function you guys are fucking. I'd rather have the Oscars year round than hear about what fairy tale shit you guys are doing over there. They don't even matter now. They don't. They're just mascots. And I say that shit about our presidents too. You guys can't not have a geriatric around. You're just as bad as us. Give a fuck what your politics looks like. Terrible, by the way. A lot of racist shit going. It's like Twitter over there. They're like Arabs, they're screaming Al Qaeda in the streets like it's fucking 2002. Don't make fun of us, bitch. You guys can't figure it out either. You had old Peepaw with the crown on. Did they put a crown on him? I feel like it would just weighed his head down one way or another. Like a baby, like a newborn. Just no neck strength anymore. He may as well have been Stephen Hawking. Just no neck strength. Like a noodle. You guys know what that is? Let an Italian be your king. Let somebody else try it. Because I don't think you guys know even novelty leadership well. I mean, fuck. What is that? What is that? Fuck me. You guys should not be in charge of nothing. We have guards that don't react to passerbys. Oh, goody. Ours will fucking shoot you in the mouth. I'm not proud about that. I'm not proud of that. But if you're going to have guards, I'm putting unstable people with weapons around me. That's what I want. Not you fucking goons. You guys are fucking silly. Can I say that on air? Silly. Fucking Candyland over there. It's not often that I call a country a bunch of pussies, dude. But Jesus fucking Christ, you got machete fights happening in the streets. Honestly, in my opinion, kind of scarier than a gunfight. And you only have that because you don't have guns. You wouldn't have machete fights in the streets if you just let people carry around pea shooters. They're like nothing above 9mm. nothing above 9mm. Penis or guns in the UK. Nothing above 9mm, and you're good to go, baby. You guys are fucking silly people. Guys, we love you over here. We're doing our best to try to make sure that you guys have a familiar face around for the week. Go ahead and subscribe to all the channels, like all the posts, comment on all the things, share it with your friends, share it with people that you think would like dick jokes. We put out, and I made it a point to put out the most dick jokes in the past couple weeks as possible on those clips. So you're fucking welcome. I don't care if Instagram shadow banned my ass over the Trump impression sucking cock thing. Guys, we love you. And I think we've shown that we love you. Show that you love us back. Do some subscribing, do some liking, do some sharing, following, comments, all the things. Figure it out. Figure out how to be a part of this thing, because we're full throttle over here. There ain't no fucking King Charles over here. We're at 100% all the fucking time, and we're trying to do our best for the the children we left behind. So do all the things, and rest assured we'll be over here. We're fucking signing hands and shaking babies and kissing titties. Miss me.